Hello, my name is Bradley and I'm your host of The Internal Game. Earlier I made a post on the Skool Community about non-reactivity, and I was like, man, I want to share this with the public side because I talk about non-reactivity quite a bit, but anyway, nothing, in my opinion, nothing changes your life faster than non-reactivity. Think about it. Everything out there is a reflection of what you believe to be true. And throughout the day, almost day after day after day after day, we react, we create meaning, we react, and then we hold these things at play because what we react to, we identify with. We're saying, this is true for me. Think about it. If it wasn't true for you, would it bother you? No, not at all. Okay? So when you go into a place of non-reactivity, you are saying, this is not true for me. And it is a very, very fast change. Now, also in my opinion, the great spiritual teachers before us, that came before us, they talked about this thing called like a purge, but like in their own way, right? I do like how they talk about it seems negative, right? It seems like things are falling apart, like it's collapsing. And in a way, it is collapsing, but it's not negative. It just seems that way, right? And when we are changing that fast by non-reaction, by saying this is not true for me, that I'm bossed up to the highest of levels, nothing is bigger than me, I'm in non-reactivity. When we do that, it's a fast change, and the outside has to catch up, because the outside is what? A reflection of you, because what? It's inside first, outside second. So when you go straight into non-reactivity, especially when you've been reacting quite a bit, every day, you were saying, hey, these things are no longer true for me, and like the Florence Scovel Shin quote, I'm unmoved by circumstances, therefore circumstances move. When you are non-reactive, you are unmoved by circumstances, therefore circumstances move, because they're only staying there because you're reacting, you're resisting them, you're implying that they are true, with an emotional connection, by the way. Okay, so I want to remind you, when you take on this journey of non-reactivity, because you want to get a change in the external world and change some beliefs, nothing changes beliefs and connection to the outside quite like non-reactivity. Okay, so sometimes you experience this purge that may seem to be negative, a little wonky, right? Maybe even the opposite. And I've talked about this before, like this is your chance to solidify the new state, right? You don't react. But anyway, when you see this and you start to perceive this as like negative, you're going to pull back. And you're going to realize deeply that like if you don't react, you keep your non-reactivity, this is going to move out. Okay? If you do react to the things that are collapsing or cleansing because of your non-reactivity, then you identify with it all over again, and you're back in the same boat. Okay? So you have to let this take its course and move out. It's not negative, it's your thoughts about it. Okay? Remember, the situation's always neutral, it's your thoughts about it. I don't care what it may seem like. If you know, logically, that you have been non-reactive, and then all of a sudden some wonky stuff starts to take shape, then you should know, hey, this is because of my non-reactivity, so let's go ahead and stay in the non-reactivity, because it still would need me to create the meaning and believe in it for it to actually affect me. And you're not going to do that, right? You're going to stay non-reactive, whether that be returning back to more of a still place, focusing on your breath, right? Maybe just taking your attention away from it and just like focusing on the surroundings in the present moment. Or, one of my favorites, you just take the so what and approach. Like, and? Okay, so what? Like, I'm not affected, homie. Like, this doesn't bother me. This is not me, right? And you're going to stay non-reactive. Stay non-reactive even when it seems like the things are collapsing. But it's only because of your non-reactivity. If you stay non-reactive, it's going to ship out, sail out, and then you're going to get a new reflection to this more stable, secure place, because you're stable and secure because you're not reactive, right? And everything out there was not everything, but a lot of those things that you say you don't want, especially the things that you're reactive to, come from fear. That's it. Was fear, okay? And then you assigned a bunch of meaning, you bought into it, you said this means this, I don't want this, so you resisted it, and then it just stays over and over and over and over again. But when you're non-reactive and you're stable, then everything that was made from fear out there has to drop, and turn into your stability. Has to drop or turn into your stability. Don't be scared that I'm not going to get my person. Nope, that does not mean that. It does not mean that at all. It means that they are going to reflect this new you, and also you're going to have different perspectives about things when you're non-reactive, because you're no longer stuck in thought pattern and this like emotional pull from these reactions, right? Again, I want to remind you, if you react to the things that are collapsing or clearing because of your non-reactivity, and what I mean by react is like an emotional reaction, like you get fearful, you latch onto it, you create a story, things like that, then you are identifying with it again, and it's going to stay. It's just going to mold back into that because it never really got to truly leave. Okay? Again, it may seem like it's negative, but once you know this, you know that it's not negative. It just has to cleanse out so it can ship out. Okay? Non-reactivity is to me the fastest way to change your experience, fastest way to get out of thought pattern, fastest way to get out of beliefs, and fastest way to break the emotional connection that you have with this outside that you say that you do not want. So if you really don't want it, stop reacting to it. Boss up, take your life to another level, and stop reacting to shit, because nothing is bigger than you. Okay? You got to be bigger than the trigger, right? Bigger than the trigger. You got to look out there and say, nope, I don't care. Okay, and so what? Already created it. Doesn't really matter. I don't give a shit. It's on its way out because I'm non-reactive and I'm unmoved by circumstances. Therefore, circumstances move. Okay? One more time. If you react to the things that are collapsing or cleansing because of your non-reacting, then you're going to identify with it again. And this is not the plan. This is not the game plan. Okay? The game plan is non-reactivity, no matter what. I don't care what story your mind wants to come up with. I don't care what someone says. I don't care what happens. Non-reactivity. Move for nothing. Rest in your stillness. Don't identify, and watch what happens. Love you guys. See you soon.